Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. The Yuletide events have kicked off, and there's some tough decisions to be made basically immediately. It's a little bit rough. Let's actually jump over. Let me first show you this so you can see how it looks, which is it looks like the regular free packs you get every day are now just going to include snow points. So that's kind of cool. I don't think we've lost anything from that. I hope not anyway. It would kind of suck if they like replaced the energy refills, but I got an energy refill yesterday, so I think we're good. I hope we're good. That would suck, but that's where you're going to get some free snow points, 20 every day. I think that's, if it's just added in as extra, it means it's easy to get and you're not going to miss it, basically. In terms of the rewards then, for the Yuletide Titan event, let's take a quick gander at this. I mean, these basic rewards here, nothing particularly exciting. Over here, again, nothing too exciting. I mean, a Void Shard is nice. Primal Shard is nice. Actually, 100 lesser oil that's okay, you know, it's fine. Sacred Shard for 1,400, that's pretty good. And 10 Essence is actually pretty nice as well. 5-star Speed Glyph, 100 greater oil. So Milestone 4 is pretty solid. And then Milestone 5 is really good, like a 6-star thing. 150 multi-battles, 100 superior oil, 6-star Chaos Ore, Mythical Tome, Legendary Tome. All of this stuff is very strong, and of course Torment himself. So sort of what we expect. The easy milestones are pretty negligible, and then there's a couple of decent ones sprinkled in, and basically all of the good stuff is for people that are really going hard and maxing out the events. Now let me actually click this so that the red dot's gone. Yuletide Titan event points. Where are we getting more of these snow points? Well, this Summon Rush, I was suspecting this would be the case, and it is. The Summon Rush event does contain snow points. You've 100 points at 2,350, and 200 points at 4,100. Other rewards, again, most of this other stuff is kind of crappy. Actually, between the snow points, it's not bad. Like 200 coins, a Chaos Ore, and Immortal Soulstone. That's okay. That's fine. And then, of course, the really good stuff is when you go miles up, you've got a couple of legendary skill tomes, 3 mythic skill tomes, and an eternal soulstone. But you need massive, massive, massive points for that. They have upped the points from ancient shards from 20 to 50 for this event. But how many shards is it going to cost you? Well, here you go. So for 2,350 points or 4,100 points, that would be 47 ancients or 82. These are rough numbers. You might be like a tiny bit short or a tiny bit high because it doesn't quite work out exactly on the points, but close enough to get the gist. 20 voids or 34 voids, 12 primals or 20 primals, 5 sacreds or 8 sacred shards. So in terms of shards, right, to actually get these points is fairly intensive. And honestly, right, considering it's 100 points for this, but 200 points for going further, it's definitely the sort of thing where going further is worth kind of a heck of a lot, right? It's worth a lot more. You're still going to be missing a lot of points if you can only get to the small milestone here. So we got to make some difficult decisions. What we know about the Yuletide event, starting off, this is starting it off on a pretty bad foot. I'm going to be completely honest. It's not starting it off well. The Yuletide event, there are 2,500 points in total, right? So if you want to get Torment, you can skip 500 points. There's 300 points in this Summon Rush. So if you skip this Summon Rush, you're leaving yourself with not very much leeway. Let's put it like that. Like you've already skipped a bunch of stuff. There's like another 25 days of this. We do know that it's fairly front-loaded, right? That there are more points in the first week and a half than the second week and a half, but still, that's going to be kind of difficult, to be completely honest. For pulling shards for this as well, I'd say even though ancients are boosted, we are sort of expecting 2x ancients next weekend. And I think it's very likely that next week is probably when we see the new content and the Christmas fusion. Probably starts on Thursday, I would think, so about 1 week from now. So I'd say roughly about the 7th or 8th of December, maybe the week after at the latest, but I'd be expecting the Christmas fusion and new content very soon. I think we're expecting 2x Ancients next weekend, so I would be reluctant to pull Ancients for this. I'd be looking for probably 60 to 80 ancients to be safe for next weekend, the summoning event. And I think it's pretty darn likely that we're going to see Yuletide points in probably most of the summoning events, and probably a good few of the fusion events as well over the next while. So this is pretty tricky. I'm going to pull my shards now. I think I'm going to go and do it with sacreds. I'm super low on I don't even have 34 voids anymore because I did the guaranteed yesterday. So I've got 28. We're kind of close. It's a bit of a pity because, you know, Sulfurion would be great, but I'm nowhere close to Mercy, so that's fine. We can quit that. I'm going to go in with Sacred Shards. I'm going to keep saving my Ancients up for next week and all of that. I am going to put in Valkyrie. Like I said, I broke these down yesterday, but I've got all of them except Valkyrie and Beauregard. And, well, Valkyrie's way better than Beauregard. I'm putting in a miscreated monster. This might be my first time getting a miscreated monster. It could happen. I've got 27 sacreds, so I don't mind really pulling 8 sacreds, and I'll pull then probably some greens or something like that, to maybe 1 void to mix it up. Let's go. Let's do it. Miscreated monster, come to daddy. That's not a miscreated monster. That's a previous fusion. We got a 20x chance now for miscreated monster. Let's make it happen. Here we go. Is it him? No, it's Vildrax, another previous fusion. We're raking in the previous epic fusions. What? The chances of that? What are the chances of that? Okay. You can't pull him back to back, so that was pretty much maxing it out. We've got ourselves a Talia. All right, we're going again. I think that's 4 pulls out of 8 so far. We're pulling again. We've got a Mistress of Hymns, not very good. Imagine we don't even get a miscreated monster out of this. There's a decent chance it happens. Oh, we've got Pan. I keep pulling Pan. Pan is like my most pulled epic at this point, and he's barely been in the game. Maybe Hoscarul is competing, honestly. There's a legendary. It's a legendary. Is it good? It's not great. It's the 15x for Valkyrie. It failed us. It let us down. It didn't work. Kind of expected, you know. It's, what, about 90% or 95%? I've lost track of the percent. But hey, we're building up the progressive chance. Let me just double check where we are with our summon rush. Yeah, we do need to do like 1 more. Okay, let's do 1 more, and then let's talk about Lanicus. Maybe we get Valkyrie right here, or maybe miscreated. Is it miscreated? Is it miscreate? It's not. It's Ruella. Okay, well, Ruella's nice. Let me just double check for Faction Guardians. That might give us some. Oh my god, I've got extra pans. I should have kept these extra pans just for Faction Guardians. Hey, it doesn't really matter. That is, I think, my 3rd Lanicus. I've got a lot of Lanicus. There's 2. Yeah, that's number 3. 1 more, and we'd be good to go. You could empower her, maybe. Maybe. She's decent for, like, Hydra and stuff like that, but I don't know. Lanicus, though, she is a great champion, right? Lanicus, I think, is actually fairly underrated. She has 3 allies joining up with her to attack an enemy, and 30% turn meter boost and buff extension. It's a really solid move. It's great for Hydra. She can also bring an increased attack and crit rate as well, and then she can be extending that with her A2. Her A1 puts out continuous heal, so you can do some fun stuff with her, right? You can actually build her as sort of a mischief tank in a weird sort of way, because every time she A1, she gets continuous heal, so that's an option, though you might have to turn off this, because that extra turn can interfere, obviously, with her buffs and her mischief tanking. But it is a possibility, because her A2 is just really good. The ally attack is massive single target damage in Hydra. The turn meter boost is very strong. The ally buff extension is really nice. So she's a great champion. I think there's multiple ways you can build her in the teams, either as like a buffer, an ally attacker, or mischief tank ally attacker, and you turn this off. It's intriguing, and I think there's a lot of hype around ally attack teams right now with like Kreela, Lanicus, buffing up with the crit rate increase attack. They both do that. I'm bringing in ally attacks as well. So yeah, cool. Right. Little bit disappointed. Did I pull my fine? I did, didn't I? Yeah, so here we are. We've got almost all of that. Let's do 1 Void Shard, just for the sake of it, guys, just to finish it off nice and easy. Oh, let's put in Sulfurion and Ethlan, because I don't have him. 1 Void Shard, make it up for me. We got a 3rd Lanicus. Give me Sulfurion. Centurion. I mean, it sounds a bit like Sulfurion. Centurion. But it's not what we're looking for. Oh well. Okay. Well, guys, there we go. They are my progressive chance summons done. I think this one is pretty difficult. Like, if you are in a position where you are concerned about the I would prioritize the Christmas fusion over this and just skip these 300 points. Um, yeah, I know that's really tough, but I would probably prioritize the Christmas fusion. This Titan event, it honestly feels a bit like a Torment fusion, honestly, doesn't it? It feels a bit like a Torment fusion, which makes it, again, kind of rough. Like, what can you do? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this, honestly, this Yuletide event. Hopefully, it's starting off on the worst foot, but let's be honest. Can we expect that? I don't know. So, yeah, I mean, to put it bluntly, my worry right now is that you're basically running a fusion for Torment, and then you're going to have a Christmas fusion on top of that. You're going to have to do two fusions at the same time. And that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. I'm going for a duplicate Torment anyway. I've got no Faction Guardian dupes. I have Torment already. If I didn't have Torment, I'd definitely be going for it myself late game. But I don't have any faction dupes, so we'll start working on that for Dwarves with the Torment. He's a good champion to empower eventually. But yeah, there you go, guys. Let me know. What do you think of this event? I imagine a lot of people are going to wake up today, look at this, and go, I can't do that. I can't do this. That kind of sucks. Thanks for watching, everyone. See y'all next time. Goodbye.